Yo guys, I have some amazing news. Now, I don't know if a lot of you have heard this, but if you are a Gintama fan, then sit tight, open up your ears, and listen to this. I saw on Twitter, on Anime News Network's official Twitter, that they've tweeted saying that Crunchyroll has added the English dub version of Gintama. Now, this may raise a few questions for a lot of people, especially if you've been following Gintama since the beginning and you have been listening to its original dub version, which is the Japanese, and as well as myself. Now, some of those concerns that I have before I can get into the positive side of it is that Gintama itself, and it has been stated multiple times by various people who have watched the series, that Gintama has a lot of references, and there's a lot of things that is going to be very hard to translate from the Japanese into English. A lot of those references will actually be lost in translation, and possibly the jokes that was made in, its original the Japanese probably wouldn't be half as funny when they're translating into the English dub. And not only that, but the biggest thing is the voices themselves. And I know a lot of us who watches Gintama, just like myself, have gotten so used to the voices that we have grown a biased view on it, saying that, no matter who voice acts these characters, no one can do it better than possibly the Japanese. Yes, I have a biased view on it, but at the same time, I'm willing to give the English dub a second chance. And yes, I said a second chance because this is not the first time Gintama has been dubbed. The first time that I know that it has been dubbed was for the Benny Zakura arc movie, the retelling of the Benny Zakura arc. And I remember about a few years ago, possibly like 3-4 years ago, I rented the Gintama DVD, and I was excited because, Gintama's dubbed, so there must be a lot of people that's going crazy over it and has watched it. And when I heard the dub, I was actually displeased with it. And at that same time, I was still kind of new to Gintama. I started Gintama 6 years ago, so I've been following for almost 6 years ago, so I've been following for quite a while. So when I heard the dub, I was excited, but then when I heard it, it was like, what is this? The voices don't connect with the characters. And when you start Gintama, if you're new to Gintama and you hear the voices, automatically you can say the people who voice act these characters fit them, that they were meant to be these characters, especially Gintoki's voice actor, Tomokazu Sugita. It's like Gintoki was made for him and he was made for Gintoki. It's like every time you hear his voice when he plays in another anime, automatically all you think is of Gintoki. You can't help it. It's just it was like he was made to play Gintoki. So when you hear another voice actor that is not Tomokazu, it's strange because either you have gotten so used to it or you just started it, but it's like an automatic click. It's like it's something that's automatic, and it's something that just fits together. Now, while I do have some, problems, there may be some cons to it, there's a lot of positivity towards it. Before I get into that, I'm going to read the article that's on Anime News Network's website. I'm going to leave the link in the description box so you guys can click on that and see it for yourself. So the article goes saying Crunchyroll adds English dub episodes of Gintama. Crunchyroll added episodes 226 to 278 of the Gintama anime with an English dub on Wednesday. An additional 12 episodes will be added every Wednesday in February. So the dub version starts at season 3 of Gintama, not season 1 from episode 1. We're starting all the way at episode 226. Now, for anyone that's new to Gintama, you may end up being lost because now you're basically 226 episodes behind, and you're starting at basically when things are just, they still have some comedy left, but this is when things are going to start getting very serious. Okay, so you're in this part where Gintama is it still has some of the comedy, but it's drifting away from that. And the fact that every Wednesday they're going to be adding 12 more episodes till it possibly catches up to the very last episode of season 3 of the 2015 version, and then eventually they will start with this season that just premiered in January. So to go in, they have the cast already for the characters Gintoki, Shinpachi Kagura, Ote, Katsura, Hijikata, Okita, Kondo, Yamazaki, Tsukio, Sakamoto, Tama, and Kyubei. But of course, more characters are going to appear, so they're going to have, an even larger cast for the rest of these characters. Crunchyroll announced in July that it would dub and release anime, including Gintama, on Blu-ray disc on DVD. Now, I believe I remember hearing I remember Crunchyroll doing that back in the summer. And they released other series like Free and I think Gangsta, they did that too. It goes saying that Funimation and Crunchyroll announced in September that Funimation will handle Crunchyroll's home video distribution, though the companies had not confirmed whether or not Funimation will release Gintama. Now, that's like an if. But if things go well, Funimation will probably publish it onto their website. And if you have Cartoon Network, and on the weekend from Adult Swim that starts showing around the 8 o'clock time period, and then when it reaches probably around 11:30, 12 o'clock, that's when Toonami's time slot appears. And if Funimation does get to license Gintama, that means Gintama does have a chance to appear on Toonami's time block, and it may get a time slot between the hours of 12 to 3:30. It will probably replace any show that just finished on Toonami, and it can easily replace it, so it will be running for the 51 episodes of the 2015 season. And that will open up more Western viewers, because while it is popular in Japan, Gintama is not that popular here in the West. Yes, there are people that really likes this show. It's possibly within their top 10, top 5. But when you really count how much people watches Gintama here, it's a lot less compared to Japan. So, and the fact that, let me read further. The first anime series premiered in 2006 and continued with several extended hiatuses until 2013. The series Crunchyroll is premiering dub began in April 2015 and ran for 51 episodes. Crunchyroll streamed the series with English subtitles as it aired in Japan. A new Gintama anime premiered in January, and Crunchyroll is streaming the series as it airs. The manga also inspired 2 anime films, including the final Genki Joban Gintama, Kanketsu Hen, Yorosia Yo, and Nare, so better yet known as Farewell, or the final Gintama, Be Forever Yorosia, or Be Forever Odd Jobs, and the film that opened in 2013, and various OVAs and event anime. A live-action film is slated to open in July. The date that it's going to open in Japan, the live-action Gintama film, is going to premiere on July 7th. So if you are in Japan by that time, you'll be able to go to theaters to watch the movie. Hideaki Soroichi began the manga in 2014, and it entered its final arc in July. Viz Media published the first 23 volumes in English. So that was a few years ago, and therefore, the manga volumes in English has been discontinued. But while there is the cons with the English dub and, the references and, the mistranslations and everything, if you think about it, as I stated just a little bit before, if Funimation does license Gintama, and it shows on their website. There's a possibility it can go on Toonami. There's a possibility that you will see it on television, and it will gain attention of viewers here in the West, and that will possibly push them to watch more of Gintama. They'll want to purchase materials, anime merchandise from Japan and from here, and if it does garner enough attention, Biz Media, who did make a tweet around fall of 2016, saying that they might think about translating the manga, because remember they stopped it at volume 23. So if they see enough popularity with Gintama in its English dub, they may consider, picking back up from where they left off. And that way, people who are enjoying Gintama, people who become fans of Gintama, will want to buy the manga. And remember, they did the same thing with Kuroko no Basuke and Haikyuu. They didn't stop and canceled translating the manga, but what they do is each month a new volume comes out. So possibly Viz Media, if, like I said, if Gintama gets a popularity and they see people are really interested in the series, they may end up doing the same thing. So while there are some cons behind it, there is a lot of positive stuff in terms of the popularity, how much revenue this can get with the Western fandom, and how much it can extend further than where it is right now in Japan. And this will lead people more to wanting to watch and read Gintama. So if you have a Crunchyroll subscription, whether you're a premium member or just a regular member, I really hope you guys go and watch it on there, and in hopes that we can really hope that Funimation does get their hands on Gintama so that they can license it, and that hopefully it can be put onto television, and that Viz Media, we just pray that you actually decide to continue distributing the manga volumes with Gintama and keep pushing them out, publishing them in the English translation, because Gintama deserves the publicity. Gintama deserves a lot. Okay, this is like a diamond in the rough, and I really want Gintama to resonate with the Western fandom. I want them to resonate with a lot of the people here in the West, and to show that Gintama is really an amazing series, and show the creator of Gintama that people do enjoy his series, and they're willing to, buy it and support him. Okay, so this is a lot of good news. This is really good news. At the end of the day, you may have some troubles with it, but if you really think about a lot of the positive things that can come out of it, trust me and believe me, you're going to really enjoy this at the end of the day. And I'm going to support this. I'm going to support this if it means being able to watch it online in the English dub version, then by all means. Even if I don't really like the dub version, I will watch it just to support this series, because I am a huge Gintama fan. I am. And I want to see this series deserve all the love and recognition that it actually really deserves. So I leave the link for the article that's on Anime News Network website in the description box, so you guys can go see that for yourself. And like I said, if you have a Crunchyroll account, if you're a premium member or a regular member, you can go check out the episodes, and they come out each Wednesday, and they're going to upload like 12 episodes every Wednesday till it catches up to the latest episode from the 2015 anime season. And eventually, possibly, they're going to dub this season of Gintama as well. So that's all I have for you guys. I know it's a lengthy video, but I had to get my thoughts out on this because, like I said, I'm a Gintama fan, and I'm really excited about this, and this can open up so much possibilities for Gintama the series overall. So check out the link. Other links are in the description box as well, so you guys could check that out. Tell me in the comment section below on how you feel about hearing this news about the English dub version of Gintama. Tell me your thoughts. Are you happy that this is happening? Are you worried about certain things? I would love to hear that. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye.